Yep.
Yep. Fucking tired.
Yeah, I'm fucking tired too.
You woke me up from a fucking nap.
Uh, I woke you up from a nap to do a show with me that we're supposed to do every weekend.
What time is that? 7:35.
Oh. Yeah, I only slept like 4 hours yesterday, and then I get up and go to brunch with some buddies, and then after brunch we went grocery shopping. So brunch lasted about 2 hours. Grocery shopping lasted about 2 hours. We got home, and I had enough time to sit on the couch for about an hour, feed the baby, change the baby twice, and try to drink enough water to get rid of my fucking headache. Because the waitress at the fucking IHOP we went to is shit. She brought out an unsweet tea first time. Next time she brought out a sweet tea, and I said, I need an unsweet tea, honey. Brings out another sweet tea. So at that point, I just realized it was just the fucking wash. So instead of getting like my four unsweet teas to hydrate me, I only got one. It
Well,
drinking
why
up.
don't why don't you just send it back and say no, unsweet, no
Cause
sugar.
she never fucking came out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm tired too, but she never fucking came out. She hardly came out. She was fucking terrible. And I tried to pay for the meal for the brunch, but the guys that we went with paid for it. And I wanted to make a point. I wanted to give her like a negative tip. Was like you never came out but once, and then after that to do the check is like I shouldn't have to ask for more tea. Like you're in Texas, hun. You should come out regularly with a tea pitcher in hand if the table you have has tea. Other than that, I understand that like some places don't give you free refills on soda, so you probably ask people like, okay, well we don't give free refills on soda. Do you want a soda? But tea's usually a free refill everywhere you go. So, but at any rate, end of rant. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jake.
Drake.
And this is Jake and Drake show. But yeah, I got a fucking headache or migraine. I don't really know. I guess it's not a migraine. It's not really a light thing, but I got a terrible headache right now. So bear with me. Drinking water. What's going on in your life, dude?
Nothing really. Just a long day. Wife had the they call it a flea market, but it's really more of a craft fair kind of thing. Um, when I heard flea market, I was thinking, fuck yeah, flea market up here in North Idaho. Hell yeah, they're gonna have lots of crazy great shit.
Mm.
And no, it was like homemade soaps and stuff like that, not like a flea market where everybody gets out and like sells their shit out of the back of their car kind of stuff.
So what's at this flea market? Since it's not what you thought it was.
Yeah, it's just like a craft fair, just stuff like that. So, but it was all day today, and yeah,
Mm. So, anything interesting? Anything that
not really. We did go on a trip last week to another area of Idaho. That was kind of interesting. Just you know what? And I met my first like literal Nazi. Like not like the online literal Nazi where anybody who voted for Trump's literal Nazi. Like you, Jake, are a literal Nazi because you voted for Trump. But I mean
Uh-huh.
like a real, true, literal National Socialist.
Well, like, are they old school or new school? Are they neo or are they old school?
I think it's Neo. I don't know. I didn't talk to him too
Well, I mean, like,
closely.
how old are they? That's, I guess, a good. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Did you?
they're younger.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you meet like a Nazi, like someone that people think should be in jail or dead right now? You know what I mean? Would you?
Well,
Hey,
people think people think that you should be dead or in jail right now, Jake. So
do they? I
that's not
no,
saying much.
no. I mean, really, I guess.
Yeah,
But
People talk about that. Trump, all Trump voters should be rounded up and
mm,
thrown in jail.
mm, okay. Well, I'll just make sure that we throw a coup, overthrow the current fucking government.
In Minecraft,
Yeah, in Minecraft and with Legos, and then we put all the other people in jail first. In fact, we don't even put them in jail, bro. Um, we send them to Canada, the very most northern part of Canada, where they can go live their lives happily ever after. No, but seriously, like if you met a real Nazi, like an 89-year-old Nazi, like would you turn him in, or would you just be like, oh, okay? I'll tell you what, you just tell me like some stories and keep it real and your secret state. Like, would you turn in a Nazi from the 40s?
I don't know. I probably. I mean, I don't know. It'd be a tough call because I don't believe in snitching on anybody,
I know what your stance is. That's what I'm saying.
but I believe that the shit the Nazis did was pretty abhorrent. I mean,
Sure.
I guess it would depend on what that particular Nazi did. I mean, there's like
What if he's part of Hitler's youth? He was just a kid, so he's like a 14-year-old, 16 year old.
if he's just somebody who was a member of the Nazi Party and not a war criminal. Yeah, whatever. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like he was a
if fuck, what's that dude's name? Eichmann, or
yeah.
assuming he was hadn't already been gotten. Um, and yeah, I'm pissed though because I've been like looking forward to the Olympics, and I thought I was gonna be able to watch and stream on
Bro.
what
Keep going. I'm right with you.
I thought I was gonna be able to watch and stream on the NBC Sports thing, but no, you actually have to have a cable subscription for that. So it's like, all right, fuck that.
Wait,
Um,
wait, what?
you have to have a cable TV subscription to use the NBC Sports app.
Oh, the sports app. Right, right, right. Yeah. So
So
you're actually, dude. It's that no, because check this out. So the woman's nephew is shooting for the USA, and we wanted to watch that. So I went and downloaded the NBC app, the Peacock app. I
it's not
down
Peacock.
well, I've used it. No, because I asked my dad 2 days ago. I said, hey, because he has the apps, because he has a satellite provider, right? He has Direct TV, and so we've watched NBC shit on the app like the NBC Sports app. Like if like the hockey games they were on USA. No, so he's like, yeah, I can't even. I have a subscription. I can't even watch shit. So I went and I downloaded Peacock, and I paid for a month up front, and you can't even watch all the shit. And some of the shit you can't even watch. It'll be a box where you can go, okay, let me watch it, and it's like you can't watch it. You can watch the replay, and then you can't even watch the replay till the 1st of August. And it's like, what kind of bullshit is this, dude?
Well,
I
it's not Peacock. Everything supposedly everything is on the NBC Sports, but your satellite or cable provider has to provide NBC Sports.
mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at. I'm like really fucking irritated. I even considered like getting like cable TV for a month, but if I did that, I had to change my plan and all that shit, and I don't want to do that. Um, so I'm pretty irritated. I signed up for oh fuck, what's it called? Um, Sling, Sling TV, which was supposed to give me access to NBC Sports.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's only the live broadcast stuff only, the uh not the like the app where I can watch any sport on demand. So I'm pretty fucking salty about that
I
because
am too.
because one, I mean, I'm recording them, but they only show like the highlights. They don't show the whole bracket and stuff like that. And I want to
Right.
watch the fucking brackets.
In fact, you wanna be able to wake up at you know 2 o'clock in the morning, or stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning and maybe watch some of the matches.
Well, I could do that because I can see the I can watch it live, and I can I can't go back and see historical stuff, but now I've got every single airing of it flagged to record.
Mm-hmm.
But I missed women, the preliminaries for what is it? I think it was women's saber and men's for no women's epee and men's saber.
Mm-hmm.
So that all that's out, and so I'm pretty irritated. I want to find some. You know what? I should ask some of them if they. You know what? This is if one of our like 2021 subscribers happens to work for one of these companies, this is why people pirate shit,
Mm-hmm.
because it would be easier for me to just say fuck it,
Exactly.
find someone who's got it and just either borrow their password
No,
or just download the shit illegally, because fuck this shit. All I
but
want to do is watch fencing on TV, and
yeah,
Olympics is the only goddamn time it's ever on fucking
I
TV.
agree. I am,
And
dude.
this
I
is
am
some
right.
hokey bullshit.
I am right with you, but I'm telling you, even if you did have a cable it doesn't. My dad has DirecTV, and he downloaded the sports app, and I said, "Hey, I just want to watch the skeet shooting." He's like, "Well, you can go here." I just went there, and I only got to watch 30 minutes for free, and then I had to pay for something, and I was just like, "What?" Like,
No, no. So okay, what he's got to do is goes to the app, and then it'll say sign in. Then he's got to sign in to his cable TV account.
mm-hmm. And he does. He signs in with AT&T/DirecTV, and he said he still. Trust me, he's been signed in, because he came over, and he was.
Into that app.
Yes, he has both. Like, so he has the USA app, because the hockey games were on USA, and then they were on NBC or something. I don't know, dude. He has quite a few apps on his phone, so I had to download the app. I logged in with his shit. I broadcasted to the TV. We watched the hockey game from the phone to the TV. It was a good time, but he said he wasn't sure how. But the thing is, I paid for Peacock, which Peacock is NBC.
Yes, but they're different. You
Well,
don't get the NBC Sports with Peacock.
yes, you do. There's an Olympics tab. Before I went to bed
No,
this morning.
no, no. Okay. So let me rephrase. NBC Sports Network is a separate channel. It's a separate app from Peacock. You will get some sports featured on NBC through the Peacock app. However,
Mm-hmm.
in NBC Sports Network, that app has all the stuff. So that's
So,
where I'm.
but I'm saying I watched live basketball this morning before I went to bed,
Yeah,
and
on USA or whatever, right?
no, no,
Or
no, no,
Peacock or
on Peacock.
okay, yes, but Peacock doesn't have everything.
Mm, well, that's lame.
So yes, that's the problem. So I need to find some motherfucker with an actual cable login or whatever
Uh huh.
that I can use. And I realized that's what I did last year, or not last year, but last Olympics, 4 years, 5 years ago,
Let's give you the Lucas Oil Race
when I was watching it at work.
Right.
So I would sit there, I'd pop it up on my phone and just stream away the bouts while
Mm.
while working. So I'm just frustrated, kind of frustrated and irritated about it,
I am too. I really am. I feel like.
and like apparently right now that's happening is um men's individual foil, which I have several fencers that I am interested in following, participating in that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm kind of pissed.
I just don't like how, like, you know how like some networks get the Super Bowl or they get the NBA Finals or like things like that. Like those are leagues, right? Those are leagues that and I don't know, like the Olympic team, the Olympic stuff. It's just that how the best what's the best way to explain it? It's just these are Americans and they're competing in the Olympics and there shouldn't be a monopoly on it. There really shouldn't be. There really shouldn't be a monopoly on it. You feel me?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. That's how they can afford to do these games.
Mm-hmm.
But it pisses me off that it's such a I mean it's such a pain in the fucking ass to be able to watch it unless you know have the cable channels and use the app. Because I mean, if all I had was cable TV, I couldn't see everything either because you got to get the app to see all the shit.
Mm-hmm.
So so
All right. So I have logged in with my dad's account. I'm just I'm looking and
to the NBC Sports Network app.
to the NBC Sports on the internet. I logged in with his shit. And I see highlights, I see replays, I see live and upcoming. I'm just gonna click on something.
Okay.
And
Again, you need to get the app.
I so what you're telling me is that I signed in with DirecTV, and I mean there are live sports on here. That's the thing. There are live sports. I can watch them, but I can't watch shooting. And I'm saying that's the thing is like you can't watch all the sports live. Like even if you had what you needed, there is a small chance that they would actually show fencing. They may show you beach volleyball. They may show you basketball or air pistol. Like I'm looking at it, there is an actual shooting going on right now. It is here. I mean, I'll even download it on my phone just to prove how.
The world record is absolutely going to be shattered here. The United States try to hang on to second. They should get the.
So, I don't know. You got some dudes. They're fencing. You can't watch the shit. You're pissed. I'm pissed. It's a monopoly. It fucking blows. I don't even know why it's a monopoly. I really don't. Like if you had, couldn't it be like CBS covers this and then NBC covers this and then ABC covers this? You know, just I don't know, man. So I will sit here and try to get the NBC Sports install. We'll see if it works. I doubt it'll work just because NBC's been very stupid. What are you doing right now?
Scrolling and trying to figure out
So
the
next.
fencing stuff.
So we have regional content. None of these.
Because yeah, the two people I follow are actually fencing right now, and they're updating the scores live on the Olympic website. But
Select provider. DirecTV. Oh my gosh.
yeah, the bottom line, this is why people pirate shit because it's just easier to fucking pirate shit than.
And you know, I try to do things the right way. You know.
Oh, I do too. I spent like a good 40 minutes figuring out that I had to have like a regular cable subscription to use the NBC Sports Network app.
All right. All right. So that's the email. I really I hope you're right, but I also hope you're wrong. I hope you're right in the sense of, oh, okay, well, you know, I'll just go hand my phone to the woman and she can watch Homeboy finish shooting. And
You don't have a Roku or anything like that?
no, I don't. We do have a Roku, but like, why would it be on the Roku?
You can install the app on or NBC Sports app on the Roku and do it that way.
Mm-hmm. So, Lee Kiefer wins gold in women's foil. Dude, where's the live shit? Live.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Try NBCOlympics.com. Maybe you could log in there.
Well, see, they have women's skeet. They have women's street. Fucking skateboarding, dude. And you know that's the other thing is I just they probably don't have enough fucking cameras there, dude. They don't have enough cameras or they don't have enough people there. One of the places I went to, I couldn't even find shooting under the subcategories. It was stupid.
Well, probably because that network was not carrying it. And it does not look like there's any actual shooting. Oh, nope, there is.
No, there's
women's skeet qualifications right now.
And men's.
Yeah.
So that's why it's just kind of like, well, this is.
What is your nephew-in-law sorta?
Yeah, his name's Philip
Competing?
Youngman. He's not doing too well, but you know you could still watch. You know that's the point. Is you should still.
What does he compete in though?
Men's skeet.
Oh, skeet.
Yeah, like right now. So I had the page open, and and his teammate has shot a perfect 4 rounds. He shot 25 targets each round, and Philip. He hasn't shot his last, but he shot a 24, a 24, a 23. He shot a 24. It doesn't look like he's finished shooting. He shot a 24, so he's done. His score is a 95, and you need to be in the top 6 to advance to like the. You know what I mean? Like, so obviously it's like there's a shit ton of people shooting, so he's got to basically be in the top 6 in order to play for a medal. And right now he's in. What place would he be in? He would be in 21st place. So he doesn't look like he's going to place. They got one more table to shoot, but his teammate Vincent Hancock is killing it. And there's the women's skeet. And the women's skeet, the 2 American women. One is Amber English, and she's in 7th place. And she's got to ace her last round and hope that somebody in the top 6 fucks up. So, but take us through these people you're talking about with the foiling. Like,
I can't say. I haven't seen shit.
you can look
I got to see them. I got to see the medaling matches for women's foil, where for the first time in history, a woman, a U.S. woman won and brought home the gold.
Right.
Her husband's one of the people competing right now that I want to watch.
Yeah. How do you know them?
I don't know them. I know them through the fencing world, but I don't like hang out with them and have beers with them or anything like that. Just people from the fencing world. So.
Yeah. When was the last time you were like actual fencing?
Fencing? January of 2020.
And is there a huge difference between fencing and foil?
Well, okay. So in fencing, you have 3 different weapons: foil, epee, and saber.
Okay.
So foil is,
Uh-huh.
all foil is fencing, but not all fencing is foil, if that makes sense.
Correct.
Foil is just one of the types of weapons you can use. Each of them have a different point scoring system and things. So I prefer saber. That's my weapon of choice. And then foil, and then epee. Although if I started competing, it'd probably be saber, epee, foil.
So what's the difference between an epee and a foil?
Both of them are point only, but in foil you have just the torso to as a scoring area. Epee you can hit anywhere. I could hit you on the tip of your shoe, and it would be a good point.
Uh-huh.
Also in epee, there's no right of way, so it's possible to have two people score points simultaneously. Both fencers. So
So in the other one, like it's the first touch, or if you guys touched at the same time, if you guys touch torsos at the same time, no points scored.
it would depend on who's got right of way, and if there's no clear right of way, then no points scored.
Wow, what the hell? Right away, like who? Right away. I think the sword has a right away in a sword fight, but explain this, sir.
So right of way is basically who has initiative. So if we're both standing there, they call to start, and I start advancing forward before you, then I would have right of way. Having my arm extended and whatnot. There's a whole bunch of little nuances and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in essence, if I'm advanced first, then I have right of way. Provided I keep my arm out and don't bring it in close, bring it back and whatnot. That's one of the biggest things I have is I do a lot of kind of bringing my blade in close and then striking, thrusting it out and striking. So I have an issue with losing right away because of that.
Hmm.
Because I'll bring my arm in, and they'll extend there, so then they take right away.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, right away is a way of figuring out whose point counts. So,
But that only matters in that only matters
in foil and saber,
in foil and saber. No. Well, okay, yeah, foil and saber, and then in epee, uh, both people
right
can
away's
score
out. Yeah,
points.
right away's out the door.
Mm-hmm. So explain the scoring on saber then, because you said foil, it's only torso. Epee, it's free for all, could be anywhere. What's the deal with saber?
Saber is above the waist. So like foil encompasses your whole torso, including groin, but not your arms.
Mm-hmm.
Saber is everything above the waist. So if I could hit you in the arm, I could hit you in the head.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then the scoring is just the same as foil.
the,
Well,
well,
okay,
no, I can also slash with a saber. So I
it's
can
not
hit
just a
with the
touch.
yeah, I can hit with the tip, or I can hit with the blade.
Okay, now do you get more points for torso and less
Nope,
points for limbs, or
nope. A touch is a touch.
touch, or do you get more for a touch and or less for a touch, more for a slash?
Nope.
Okay. So then, how does that work if you're competing and you're in if you're foiling or excuse me if you're fencing and does the fencing team for USA did they have a foiler and saber and an epeer, or are you supposed to be proficient? Because it
So
seems
yeah,
like
they have people qualify. Yeah, they have different tournaments, and
Mhm.
people qualify for the different tournaments.
so it's
So
so it's almost like a swimmer or a sprinter. Like the sprinter, he could qualify for a 100 and a 200 if he was good enough. But most of the time, maybe you just have a guy that runs a 100, a guy that does a 300
right,
hurdles. Okay. So this person that you're talking about that you want to see, what are they doing right now? They're doing epee.
foil.
They're doing foil, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all that person does.
Yep, I believe so.
Hmm. Do you know any history of this? Because I really don't know much about this. Any history of professional fencing, the fencing association, or whatever the hell it is?
What about it?
How did it become a thing? Like, or when did it become a thing? When did it become a thing in the U? Like, I mean, I don't know. Tell me what you know about it historically, because this is kind of interesting to me.
I don't really have a story. They have the national organization or U.S. national organization is USA Fencing, and I'm a member of that. But
Okay. Well,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's interesting. Like at some point, right? Like we went from blades to guns, right? And I'm just trying to figure out in my mind, like, all right, well, we need to settle this. We need to have a duel, and so we duel or maybe we need a competition, I guess. So instead of killing each other or something, like, let's just fence it out. Let's just do stuff. And you know what? This is good. Now we're gonna make an organization out of it, and we're gonna incorporate different blades, and there's tournaments, and there's national teams, and it just seems, like, oh, okay, well, wonder what the history of this is. Wonder how it ended up panning out this way. I don't know. Just curious.
How it became a sport? I mean, it's been I don't know. It's been a sport for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it is. I mean, it is whatever. It's whatever. I was just curious if you knew any of the background, which is fine. So how many other days do we got the fencing going on? Is it just today?
No, it's going to go on for a while. Let's see, we've got what's the schedule look like? Yeah, well, it looks like every day there's some event for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm all I can do right now is refresh the page and see
Yes. Yes.
right now, oh nope, fuck, he lost 11-15. He lost, so
So he's out, or is he like in the losers?
I believe this was a table of 32, so he's out.
Mm.
This is his wife's the one who won gold this year. I think he won gold last year
Last year or last Olympics?
or last Olympics. But I believe he's top ranked in the United States currently.
Mm-hmm. Well, how many like this? His wife is doing foil. He's doing what?
His foil.
He's doing foil. So what about the saber, the American saber, and the American epee guy?
I don't know who the American Saber, American epee people are.
Hmm.
The couple sabers I know they haven't done the women's, but I mean, the one that I follow most closely, she's not even going to be there because COVID shut everything down, the tournaments and stuff that she needed to qualify. So when everything got shut down and tournaments got stopped, then well, she didn't have the points to qualify. So because each athlete kind of sets their schedule and whatnot for their qualifications and whatnot. And if you don't, when COVID happened, they closed everything up, and so a lot of people missed out on those tournaments that they needed to qualify.
Mm.
One of the things though that's been going on or making the news about fencing is I guess there's a guy on who's an alternate. He's not on the actual team. He's an alternate on the men's epee team for men's epee, and well, he's got like a whole bunch of allegations for sexual assault or sexual misconduct.
Hmm.
He was actually banned by the governing organization, who let's see, what's it called? Safe Sport. I don't know. He was banned by them from international competition, or suspended. But he went to court or went to arbitration and got that lifted because he hasn't been found guilty yet.
Right.
There's still just allegations because the investigation and stuff isn't done. But but everyone on his team signed the letter saying that he should not be there, and he is basically kept in isolation, staying at a separate hotel, not allowed to practice with the with the others, or the women anyway. He was flown in on a separate plane from the team.
That is, well, what is your take on that? What is your
I
take
mean,
on due process, man?
yeah, I get that, but it comes back to, it, even though it's an individual sport, if your team does not want you there, I don't think you should be there.
Yeah.
The thing is, my whole thing on this is, though, he's an alternate. The entire U.S. fencing contingent doesn't want him there, so I don't think he's going to get to fence. Oftentimes they will, like in the team events and whatnot, where they basically rotate through a team of people. They'll let the alternates cycle in so they can be, earn the title of Olympian, and if the team wins a medal, then they're eligible for that medal as well.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think, he'll be an alternate, and even if the U.S. team fucking kicks ass and blows everybody away, I don't think they're going to like cycle him in just to give him a spot.
Well, how do they?
So,
How does the team get a medal if
so they do have the team, like team epee, team foil, team sabers kind of competitions where
oh
you would basically they're each fight bouts, and then they cycle people in, and it's just a matter of the team as a whole earns points. So
mm-hmm.
like each fencer fights a certain a round or whatever, and then like, okay, we're down by whatever, and we're going to send this person, that kind of thing.
Mm. Yeah.
But like literally, you got to cycle through everybody before you can start sending in somebody in again, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but so in the with the alternates, they would often cycle in alternates, and I would think that even if someone broke their freaking leg out there or something, they would crawl out there and take the L just to not give him the fucking medal.
I don't understand that though. Like, I don't. I worked with a guy that had basically sexual charges. I worked with quite a few dudes that had sexual charges pending, and I wasn't related to them. I didn't know them. I just worked with them, and I know what they were accused of. I knew what their work ethic was like. Maybe he's just a shitty person. Maybe that's why. But I know in my heart of hearts, I give people that due process they deserve. Okay, you know what? You were accused of touching a girl's boobie. I don't know if you did it or not, but as long as you come to work and you work, you're cool with me. Or you're accused of trying to talk to somebody that was younger than you were supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, well, I mean, that's pretty fucking crazy if that's true, but I'm not gonna judge you. So
the article says, complaints about his behavior, alleged behavior, were no secret to the close-knit fencing community. Interviews with 30 current and former USA fencers and officials, including 3 women who have formally accused this individual of sexual misconduct, as well as a cache of documents obtained by this reporting organization
Mm-hmm.
show a pattern of alleged sexual misconduct and violent behavior going back to 2010 when he was a first-year student at the college.
So it sounds like he's got a history of being a dickhead.
Yeah, it seems like it.
General. So I mean, it makes sense. I do have that problem with canceling somebody or whatever you want to call it if the facts haven't come out. The case, because remember, the beauty of the justice system is it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, right? And guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, right?
Yeah.
And I can tell you that's what it's supposed to be, but even the mere accusation of something, you're accused of something, it goes to trial. Either you're proven innocent or there's just not enough evidence to get a conviction, and you go free, and everybody goes, oh, that's that guy that fucking raped that woman. You know what I mean? Just real, like you're just gonna have that stigma over your head no matter what you do. It's very unfortunate.
Honestly, it also seems like he's kind of one of those spoiled brat types,
Mm-hmm.
like that Brock Turner dude, who was literally pulled off a girl while raping her.
Bro, I don't even know what to tell you about that. Don't know what to tell you about that.
But so yeah, I told you about the special conditions they had for him going. He appealed those conditions, but the entire roster of Team USA fencers signed a letter demanding the restrictions stay in place. Nobody wants to be associated with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I would put money down that he is not. If somebody even breaks their freaking leg, they're going to crawl out there and take a loss before letting him get a spot on as an alternate.
Well, I guess that person. I guess they're lucky that like gambling is still like illegal. Like, cause what's funny was the advent of like legalizing gambling in the U.S. everywhere. Is like you wouldn't be able to do that. Like sporting commissions wouldn't let you go out there because obviously you can bet that guy's not going to win. It's like that's good. Fuck it. Fuck that guy. I guess if he's because a part of the team, like you could be the best guy in the team, but part of the like fucking team play is not being a dick. You got to be out there. Maybe you don't like people. Too bad. You want to fence for Team USA. You want to foil or whatever. Then be a fucking good teammate. Don't be a dickhead.
Yeah.
Or just don't fence or go fence for another country. Raping aside, sexual allegations aside, just fucking be a good person. Be a good teammate.
Yeah, it says U.S. Center for Safe Sports said they can't speak on the case to the confidentiality rules. USA Fencing, U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee told the media our agency they don't have the power to determine the eligibility. USA Fencing explained that Safe Sport has the exclusive authority in cases involving sexual misconduct, and they can't consider unproven allegations of sexual abuse when determining who qualified for the Olympic team.
Mm-hmm.
So he had enough points. He had earned enough points in competition to have that spot.
Right.
So so it basically boils down to it hasn't been ruled on yet.
Shit takes time, man. Yeah. Well, just situations like that, you just hope that person gets the gets fair representation. You hope that everything goes legally, the constitutional rights are observed, and rights of the accused. And
apparently this dude was also suspended from his college fencing and suspended from campus for a year. But I guess ignore the rules of the suspension, would often hang around campus and go to the parties and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. Yeah. So there's been issues with this dude for since college in 2010.
Mm. Yeah. Well, not to dwell on that guy too much. Is there anything else that you're checking up on the Olympics? Or you any
Nope,
other
that's it.
shits you're giving? Just fencing? No, no.
I did watch this morning, and I did see um the judo that a brother and sister both won gold from Japan. Both won gold, so that was kind of a neat thing.
Mm. Yeah.
First time in Olympic history.
I think if you watch one thing, you should watch Simone Biles. If you haven't seen, like, I've watched her, like,
Who what?
Simone Biles, the gymnast, dude. She is a beast.
Oh,
She,
I'm not into
dude,
gymnastics or
I
anything
am
like that
not
though.
either. But like, it'd be like you don't play basketball, right? But if you watched a guy jump from like the 3-point line and do like three full revolutions and dunk the ball, you're like, holy shit, that's skill. You know what I mean? Like, that's athleticism. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to. I don't have to be a gymnast to recognize, like, wow. Just like figure skating. Like, I do watch figure skating every now and then in the Olympics, just because it's like, it's on. I'll watch it, women's or men's, and whether it's women's solo, men's solo, or it's like the couple that goes out there, which you know, just seeing like, oh wow, oh my god, look at that. Like, I don't know what that was. Oh, that was a double front triple axle. I'm like, oh, that was fucking incredible. Like, wow, like, oh, there's a gold medal right there, or that's a medal. That person's medaling. But if you do get the opportunity, I know that is one personality they will be showing, because first of all, she seems like a very sound character. Like, she seems like a very respectful, humble person, and she just kicks ass. Like, that girl. You know how when Serena and Venus Williams first started playing tennis? I know you're not you're a tennis guy, right?
No.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, you did know about them, right? Like, they came out and they were just beasting everybody, right? They were kind of dominating, like Tiger Woods was dominating when he was first playing. You know what I mean? That's what Simone Biles is doing. Like, she's just dominating women's gymnastics right now. It's incredible. I would say watch that. Um, you don't care about the basketball, the baseball,
Nope.
skateboarding.
Nope. Although I
Uh,
did hear the men's basketball team got trounced by France.
they didn't get trounced. I did watch the game. They did lose, and they looked like, for the most part, most of the people on the team looked like trash. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not a basketball player. They are way better than me. But when you watch them play on an NBA court against NBA players, you watch them play against France, they look like high schoolers at the high schoolers shooting the ball at the park, with the double iron rim, and the funky ball. Like, it was cringy. It was kind of cringy. And I mean, if they lose, they lose. I kind of want them to lose, because Greg Popovich is coaching, and Greg Popovich was a coach. He's still the coach of the San Antonio Spurs, and I feel, this is my entitlement. Spurs are my basketball team. They're not doing too well. Greg Popovich has relied too long on Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, and they didn't scout for more talent, so they don't have anybody coming in, and he got political, and he did the one thing that I don't want athletes to do. Really, is because, just like the Olympics, just like sports, it's what brings us together. You know, I don't particularly care for this and this and this, and I don't agree with your political views, but you know what? We can sit here and we can drink a beer and we can watch sports together. And then there's somebody kneeling, or somebody taking a stance, or somebody, and it's like, dude, come for the fuck's sake, dude, for fuck's sake. Can we just have like something pure that brings a country together? Can we? Is that possible? No, it's not
Apparently
possible.
not.
No, it's not. So, but Greg Popovich got on there and he said some things about the commander in chief. I'm still waiting for him to say shit about Biden. Like, it's not like Biden's doing a stellar job. It's not like Biden can, like, the guy gets two sentences out that are coherent, and we celebrate him as a great president. Like, that's a fucking shame. Now, do I want Biden to fail miserably? No, I don't. I've said this several times. I don't want the guy to fail, because if he fails, we fail, and I don't want my country to fail. But at the same time, these people that have a job to do, just do your job. I go to work and do my job. I work with a bunch of Biden voters. I don't like, oh, I'm not gonna help you out. Oh, I'm not gonna go draw fire with you. Like, no, it's whatever, man. We're a team. Despite the fact that you are mildly retarded and you voted for a dumbass, we're a team. Everybody's got that relative somewhere. He's blood. The guys I work with, they're blood too. But yeah, they didn't get trounced. They didn't show up. They got 3-on-3 basketball. Did you see that? That's a new event.
No.
Skateboard and basketball. Swimming. I really love do you watch swimming?
Nope. I don't watch. The only reason I watch the Olympics is for the fencing. That is it.
Wow. So only something you can relate to, essentially.
Only something I'm interested in. I don't just sit there and watch sports just for the sake of watching sports.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I as I was puttering this today, I left it on and the judo stuff came on, but
Mm-hmm.
So I watched a little bit of that, but yeah, I've got no interest in those sports, so why would I waste my time watching them?
I don't know, dude. I don't know why you would.
I mean, I liked the that way back in the day. I enjoyed track and field.
Mm-hmm. What happened? Just flavor change?
I don't know. It was just when I was a kid.
Man.
I was like super insistent on getting that box of Bruce Jenner Wheaties.
Oh gosh, did you know how much that box of Wheaties would be worth if it was unopened and intact? That'd be great. Then
It'd be nasty, is what it would be.
Oh, they would be. Well, yes, the cereal would be stale, but you just go to a Caitlyn Jenner rally and ask Caitlyn Jenner to sign it as Bruce Jenner. That would be awesome. Oh, Caitlyn, can you sign this as Bruce Jenner?
And you know what? The thing is, my mom probably threw that box out. So I know I saved the box.
Oh. Well. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not interested in too much. I just know that I do sometimes. I want to see people do amazing things. I know I'm limited in what I can do. And it's just amazing to see somebody like hone the craft, whatever that craft is, and see them just excel. Especially if they're good people, if they're moral people, if they're humble people, and you don't know them, you have no connection to them. Shit, dude, they may not even be wearing an American jersey, man. They may be wearing a Barbados jersey. They may be wearing a Great Britain jersey or something, just to see them go out there and fucking kill it. It's amazing. Whether it's swimming, decathlon, or whatever the fuck they're doing. It's just amazing to see people that devote, that skill for. And the sad part about the Olympics is not like a skill where it's like electrician or plumber or doctor. Like it's a limited time. That's why I appreciate it more. Like these gymnasts, they're out of their prime, and they're like, I think even before they hit like 24 or something, like they're pretty much done. So you're training from the time you're like 4 to be competitive by the time you're 14, and assuming that you're born at the right time, you may hit an Olympics in stride at 14, because I think that's the minimum age for gymnastics, like 14, then you can hit it again at 18, and then 22. So you get like 3, and then you're done. And then like the off chance that you're like a Michael Phelps, or the off chance that you're who is that guy, Usain Bolt, then you get to do a little bit more. Like, remember, Michael Phelps won a fuck ton of medals swimming, right? Because he was on relay teams, he was on this stroke, that stroke, You know, and the U.S. sends usually like two swimmers for each event and one alternate or something in case something happens. But just seeing somebody like, I don't know Michael Phelps, never met the guy. I don't know Usain Bolt, never met the guy. I just to go see that guy, that girl train that craft, that profession for so long, and then they have a limited time to go and do it, and hopefully they're grateful to be representing their country while they're pulling in that medal. Hopefully they're grateful. You know, I'd hate to see a similar situation with a different country where you have an athlete that makes the cut of the team, and instead of just being happy to represent the team, you know, get paid to do something that really, if you ask me, like, it's really just kind of, you laid it out with how you said it. It's not, there's not a lot of people that watch the Olympics and watch all the events. They just, okay, I like discus, or I like swimming, or I like fencing. So, you know, it's okay, you're the number one fencer in the world, you won gold. Like, how many, maybe you can get a Subway endorsement, maybe you can get on a Wheaties box, and after that, that's about it, right? Like, what else are you going to get endorsed for, unless you're like in a really popular sport? So I don't know, that's kind of why, like, I watch a little sports here and there, Olympic sports. I just, wow, that's amazing. I can't do that. I mean, maybe if I started at 4, you know, but can't do it. What else has been going on besides the Olympics?
Nope, that's it.
That's it. All's quiet on the front. How's your? We didn't really talk about your rehab. How's your rehab going, dude?
Same old. I've got to. This week is I've got to get my flexion imaging, and then I'll have my follow up with my neurosurgeon, to see if I need additional surgery or what the next steps are going to be. I'm fighting with the insurance company still to get the medication, so I'm not in constant pain. Yep.
Jeez, dude.
They're fucking cocksuckers.
So what are you doing in the meantime, since you don't really have any meds?
I am suffering.
Really?
And it's driving me fucking mad.
You don't take like a shot of tequila or some shit, dude? Take the edge
Nope.
off? No?
Mm-mm. None of that stuff works. That's the thing. Even, I mean, what works was taking, I mean, the gabapentin, which makes me retarded, and then the oxycodone, which makes me high. So, you know, I could take that, but yeah, it's freaking irritating. Because
go ahead.
Well, because I can't drive on the oxycodone,
right?
And the gabapentin makes me completely dumb. So
I don't think it makes you dumb. It just brings it out more, right?
Dude, I forgot your fucking name. I told you that. I literally was telling my wife, okay, it's time, you know, it's almost 7. I'm gonna go and fuck. Jake, yeah, Jake, you know.
Yeah. You thought about like just hitting up a local weed dealer, taking care of business?
Well, if I wanted to, I could just pop across the border, but
okay, hitting a local weed dealer up, then still same thing, but
my doctor actually said that would probably help. But the thing is, I still couldn't drive on it.
Yeah. Like how often how often do you need to drive? Like I thought
well, okay, let me rephrase. I couldn't function on it. Okay. I mean, but I drive myself to the, you know, my physical therapy and my training and my doctor's appointments and all that shit.
And then
otherwise my wife would be spending, you know, half her time just running me around to different medical appointments.
Right. So you just drive yourself to your appointments, then you just come home and you fucking smoke a J and you chill out the rest of the evening, like when you don't have to drive anymore. And by that time, if you do have to drive later in the night, she's already home from work, and you guys are more than likely going together as a couple. So problem solved. I mean, if I was in an occupation where, like last week, if I was in an occupation where I didn't have to get drug tested, and it didn't affect like the performance of my job, why not? If I was in like if there's nothing wrong with me, I don't feel the need to do it, because I just don't. But if I was in pain and I was in your situation, like, I would really think about it. I wouldn't even need a doctor to tell me, why don't you do this? I would just go do it of my own volition. It's kind of why, like I said, that's why I took up like drinking. I took up drinking because it was like, here's painkillers for your surgery. And it's like, all right, well, I'll take the first one because I'm in a lot of pain. And then I woke up the next day and I was okay. And I was like, okay, well, I've got 14 more days worth of pills, but I really like shitting. So I got to find something else to, numb the pain, essentially. Which is why I took up drinking, and then it just became a hobby. I don't know. I would do it. I'm not pressuring you, but dude, you should consider it. You should consider it. unless you got like an addictive habit or something, or your wife isn't cool with it, then cool. Don't ruin that. But I would. I think it has a lot of benefits to it. Yeah. So when are we gonna do our drinking? When are we gonna do our drinking stream?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess when I send you that bottle.
Dude, don't even worry about it. Like, you've still got the 6 bottles.
Well, yeah, I've got that bottle of the other stuff for you.
Oh, right. That box that you've been meaning to mail to me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about next week getting a guest on, a younger guest, a more impressionable guest, a slightly more liberal guest. Would that be
If
cool?
you say rad, I'm gonna like.
Yeah, it's rad. Why? What's wrong with rad?
Oh God.
Well, dude, the cool
I was
thing.
gonna spend the whole time talking shit. Dude, you know I fucked your mom, right? Shut up, man.
I mean, you could do that if you want, but he was saying he was gonna do it this week, and I was just like, Even if he was, I was gonna be like, we need to have another week of continuity first before we can just pop on. But he said he should be ready next week if you want to do something with him next week. We can get him on.
Yeah, I could fuck with Red next week.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Let's fuck with a young, impressionable mind. I think he's 23. He's going on. He'll be 24 in September. So he's still impressionable. He's still that college age kid where you can.
I get to talk shit about his woman then, right?
Well, we really don't.
Well, not talk shit about her, but
no.
About how she like runs his life now.
No. We don't talk about that with people. What we do talk
Fine.
about is what do you believe? What do you think of this? What do you think of this? What about this philosophy? Okay, you think this? Well, do you think you think you're entitled to this? Or that's what we do. Like, we're not here to really, So when I had Jessica on, and you were talking to Jessica most of the time, right? I was quiet for, especially in the interview. One of my buddies I had watched that, a mutual friend of me and Jessica, he was mad at me. He was like, why didn't you destroy her? Why didn't you? I was like, because it's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here, like, I'll destroy you, you'll destroy me, but I mean, that's that. But you don't invite somebody into your house as a guest and then, proceed to assail them. That's not welcome. Like, why would they come back? Why would anybody watching this want to be on the show? Like, Jesus Christ, these guys are gonna fucking attack me like piranhas. Like, so I was like, well, dude, I was like, the idea is to win over hearts and minds with your philosophy based on your hospitality and the weight of your argument. You don't sit there and scream and yell and become a complete fucking leftist libtard. That's not how you get people out of that group think. Like, you're just like, think about it this way. What about this? What about that? Have you considered, becoming a libertarian? Here's what libertarians think. Have you considered, conservatism? Have you considered, whatever? So, we can get him on the show. I'll tell him to book it. Tell him to make time for it. And if he doesn't show up, then I guess we can rehash Olympics and stuff of that nature. But you got anything else you want to touch base on before we sign off here, sir?
Yep. Fuck you, NBC.
Yes.
I had a buddy of mine just sent me his fucking login, so I'm gonna watch your shit.
Good luck. I hope you get it. I hope you get it, dude. You want to give us the final word, sir?
Also, if anybody happens to be near a health net building, please don't burn their building down on my account.
Okay, you heard it. Don't burn the building down.
Fuck those guys, though. Fuck them all.
Yeah. Fuck them all, dude. Sons of bitches all.
That's the other thing, too. In addition to making me retarded, gabapentin also kind of blocks the inhibition portions.
So that's when you tell me that one time last week you told me that you wanted me to come over, catch a red-eye flight. That was the gabapentin.
I always want you to come over, big boy.
Oh, so that wasn't the gabapentin talking. That was actually you.
Yeah, always.
Okay. All right.
I miss your sweet, sweet ass.
Yeah. It's a nice ass. Been told that before. I've been complimented more on my calves than my ass, though, so. But yeah.
God damn, dude, I've like losing my ass and all this, too. Because, like, my cushion's going away. The atrophy, the muscle atrophy affected my cushion.
But that's the cool part, dude. You can get back in the gym and you can get that shit back. So, yeah. You'll be fine, dude. You just gotta have that mentality of discipline. Like, first it's motivation, because the motivation is you want that ass cushion back, so you're back in the gym, you're back in your PT, your physical therapy, you're doing what you need to do. And then when that motivation runs dry, you're tired, you're sore, you have a lot of other shit to do. The discipline is what keeps you going and doing what you're supposed to do. So you'll be fine. Just have some motivation. In the meantime, get the discipline, and then after that, the discipline takes over. Oh. Yeah. I have to get off here because that headache is not going away. I'm probably going to have to take a Tylenol and chug another half gallon of water. This is
Your Oxy.
no. Because no, it's funny you mentioned that. It was prescribed in February of last year, so if I took the Oxy and then I took a piss test tomorrow, I'd be fucked. I'd be like, well, I was prescribed, and like, you were prescribed that over a year ago. Sorry, dude. Thank you for joining, but you are leaving with nothing, and that's how that works. But final word, sir, and let's get out of here because I gotta take care of my headache and my baby.
Fuck all these different streaming whatever things, because that's why people pirate your shit. When it was like just Netflix and just Hulu, yeah, okay, fucking subscribe to both of them. Now there's like 20 different streaming services and with their own exclusive content. It's just like cable TV. So that's why people pirate shit. So, arr.
Arr.
And taxation is theft.
Thank you, sir. Well, thank you everybody for tuning into the show. Go ahead and leave a comment, a like, subscribe, dislike, leave a dislike comment, whatever. We hate all of you guys equally, all 22 of you. But we still appreciate you for tuning in and listening to our bullshit. But someday we'll make it big, and maybe we'll come hang out in a public area and we'll sign your butt cheeks, your atrophied butt cheeks. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. With that being said, I'm Jake.
Drake.
And this is Jake and Drake Show. We'll see you guys next week.